Hello, and welcome back to Diecast Graveyard. My name is Paul. Today we've got a really good build for you. We have a Johnny Lightning Topper Series Slingshot. This fantasy dragster has two engines, transverse mounted in the back, and this is also one of the very few Johnny Lightnings that use the narrow front tires. It's a pretty cool setup. A lot of your Johnny Lightning cars are very simplistic, which means that they're very simple in their design and construction and everything. They're not as detailed out as the Hot Wheels or, in this particular era, the Matchbox cars, but they're still pretty cool and they're still very deserving of being preserved in our diecast memories. This car I picked up on eBay for just a few dollars, and I'm really looking forward to restoring this car today. We're going to paint it up. We're going to restore it back to the original orange, but we're going to use Spectre Flame orange to hopefully bring out some of that shine underneath. And the wheels are in good shape. We're going to strip it down, we're going to polish it up, and then see what we can do to bring this beast back to its former glory. Well, let's not hesitate anymore. Let's go ahead and get started with our Johnny Lightning Slingshot restoration. I've already drilled the car apart, so let's take the car apart and show you what's going on the inside. This car has very, very narrow posts on the inside and also very short posts. The body's not in that bad a shape, but it's definitely missing some paint. We'll get that stripped off. Now look at the posts here. Very small and very narrow, so you're going to have to be very careful if you happen to be doing one of these cars yourself. The base is in good shape. We'll just have to polish that up and clean it. Notice how the seat is incorporated into the base. Those narrow tires in the front and the exhaust pipes in the back. Here's your engines. They're in good shape. We just need to go back over them with a Molotow chrome pen. And there's your glass. That's in good shape. We'll just have to clean that up. Got a little bit of paint on there, but we'll do the best we can to clean it up. Let's move on. Here we've got the citrus strip. Let's get that body in the citrus strip and get that going. Let's let that set for a little while and let it work.
Meanwhile, back in the graveyard.
We got it out of the citrus strip. Now we're going to go ahead and polish it up. There really wasn't that much tarnish or corrosion on the body, so we're going to go right into polishing. Here I'm using Flitz. Now I'll use Flitz or the Blue Magic Metal Polish Cream, and they both work really well. Get your buffer going and get that Flitz working into the body. That's starting to look nice already. Now if you got a bunch of scratches and stuff on there, you might want to go ahead and either rub it down with some steel wool or some light sandpaper and then buff it out. This is really starting to come together already. This looks good. Like I said, the Johnny Lightnings are very simple. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click on that little bell to be alerted to any future videos that come out. That's really starting to look nice. If you need to polish it some more, put some more cream on there and get buffing. Alright, let's rub it down and rub that extra wax off there or that buffing compound, and let's see what we got. Yeah, there's a few scratches here and there, but we can buff it down a little bit more and get rid of those. We'll need to degrease it and get it ready for painting. It's all been degreased. I used the Zep degreaser. Now we're going to come in with some Spectre Flame Orange. I try and get the outer edges first and underneath in the harder to reach areas. Try and go the entire length of the car. You don't want to just do a little bit here and a little bit there. Try and buff or paint the whole area and do the whole length of the car. It'll make your paint look that much better. That's looking good. There's your tack coat. Let's let it set and we'll put the heavier coats on. That's looking pretty good. The more coats you put on, the shinier it's going to get. Just don't put it on too heavy. You want it to look wet, but you don't want it to run. That's looking really sweet. I'm definitely liking where this is going. Yeah, the Johnny Lightning cars are, like I said again for the third time, very simple. I have to wonder if that was part of the demise early on in the Johnny Lightning cars, because they only went for like 2 or 3 years. And then they sat dormant for like 23 years before Playing Mantis bought them out, picked them up, and then started making their own cars. They've done an excellent job in bringing the company back because their cars are really hot and very detailed, and they look excellent. That's looking good. Now we're going to have to put that in the cabinet so it doesn't get all dusty and let it sit overnight.
The very next morning.
We let it sit overnight. Here's your base. We cleaned it up with a wire brush. Wheels are in good shape. That's looking nice. The engines look good, but we're going to touch those up with a Molotow chrome pen once we get them installed back in the car. The glass looks good. We wipe that down. And here's your body. Beautiful Spectre Flame Orange paint from the Redline shop. That looks fantastic. Let's move on.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
And this is what we started with. This Johnny Lightning Slingshot. This car here came out in early 1970-71. I can't remember the year. I want to say 71. But it's a really cool looking car. It's definitely part of the Fantasy series from Johnny Lightning. But it deserves our attention when it comes to restoration and preserving diecast history. The paint has been chipped off. The wheels need to be touched up. The engines, the chrome is coming off. So we need to do all of that to get this car back to the shape it needs to be in. And this is what we got to. A beautifully restored Johnny Lightning Slingshot. That Spectre Flame Orange paint. The wheels are in fantastic shape. They look good. The engines have been gone over with a Molotow chrome pen. And this car is ready for anyone's collection. Now I've got 2 or 3 of these cars, and I plan on maybe doing a few in some other colors. But man, I'm happy with the way this thing definitely turned out. Now folks, the Johnny Lightnings are very available when it comes to looking for them on eBay, and they haven't gone into the stupid price category yet. So if you want to pick up some of these cars, please do and start your restoration hobby. Now the other thing is that there's no parts for these cars. You're gonna have to have donor cars because I don't know of anyone who makes parts. I want to thank my Patreon members, my Grim Reaper level, William K7 Robinson and Dale Johnson. My Mortician level, Jake Rademacher, Sam Pascal, Air Warrior Coffee Company, Ed Ostrander, and Adam Bowen. Thank you so much. All my Gravedigger levels. Thank you again, new member Keith Kripe. My Hearst Driver levels. Richard over at Michio Woods Garage. Check out his Facebook page. He sells Hot Wheels. This is Paul with Diecast Graveyard. I want to thank you for joining me here today on this Johnny Lightning restoration. I've got a bunch more coming for you Johnny Lightning hardcore people. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day at Diecast Graveyard. Cheers.